let's get into this right here. Um, Penny Hardaway, if you all know who Penny Hardaway is, and Mike Miller, if you all know who that is, Penny Hardaway, is the coach of the uh, Memphis. He's the head coach, and so he has been implicated in a Memphis basketball scandal. Now, Memphis head coach Penny Hardaway is under increasing scrutiny after the NCAA delivered a notice of allegations to the basketball program. Another former NBA player has been implicated as well, and that's Mike Miller. So, multiple reports indicated Saturday that Memphis is facing at least four level one violations, the most serious infraction the NCAA can allege. The charges are related to lack of institutional control, head coach responsibility, and failure to monitor. So they're trying to, uh, you know, bring charges against him on failure to monitor, I guess, other things to go on that needs to be monitored, you know, some lack of good oversight, that kind of thing. So Hardaway is the only individual named in the reports, according to Jason Muntz and Mark Giannotto of the Memphis Commercial Appeal. According to the notice, Hardaway failed to demonstrate that he promoted an atmosphere of compliance within the men's basketball program. Memphis has disputed the NCAA's characterizations, and they're trying to say that he wasn't in compliance, basically, with what is set out for them to, to their job, their duties on. You have to monitor things. You have to make sure you're in compliance with this or that. There's a lot of stuff that fall up under when it comes to being a head coach and people that are up under you and what happens during your tenure as a head coach. So, longtime NBA player Mike Miller is also linked to the investigation, though he is not accused of any wrongdoing. He's linked to it, but not accused of any wrongdoing. So the NCAA alleges that Memphis failed to cooperate with the investigation by not preserving data from the hard drive of a former assistant coach. And the former assistant coach was Mike Miller. So how is it that okay? So he's a former coach. And so if he's done some things, why isn't he being charged for? Because he's grown, he knows right from wrong, but they always gonna go for you know who. And when you look at this situation, come on now, people, come on now. So you got Penny Hardaway and you got Mike Miller, and if you've been following basketball like I do, you know these people, and you know the color. So I wonder why he's not being charged, but he is named in the complaint in the investigation. But Penny Hardaway is the only one. But we always say people know right from wrong, right? And they're old enough to make these decisions. And so you, as the assistant coach, you would have had to receive your training and you would have received what you're supposed to be doing as well. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to being in compliance with the NCAA guidelines, policies, and procedures, you know, and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying here? So let's see. So Coach Miller, according to the commercial appeal, Miller spent 2 seasons as an assistant under Hardaway and became noted for his recruiting skill. He left the school in June 2020. The NCAA appears to suggest that the university was responsible for not preserving his data and that Miller was not involved. So they're trying to say that somebody else destroyed data. That's what it sounded like to me. Now, that's allegedly, but it sounds like to me somebody destroyed the data because they're saying it wasn't preserved and Miller was not the one that did not preserve it. Okay, so Hardaway faces the most significant issues from the probe. Some of the infractions are linked to his involvement with former Senator James Wiseman, whose family received money from Hardaway before Hardaway became head coach. Memphis did not help matters by playing Wiseman despite questions about his eligibility. The allegations against Hardaway extend beyond Wiseman, however, and could land the coach in serious trouble. So I don't know, people. We're going to see how this plays out, right now. see how this plays out. So any updates, I will keep you up on as I get them. Because again, these are alleged, and we hope that people stand behind Hardaway, and we hope that he is found, without guilt in what they're implicating in this whole thing. And you always know that they're going to go after black men. That's just the way it is. They go after black men because my question still stands. Uh, and we supposed to look at it like this, that people should be presumed innocent until proven guilty. But if you think about it, if Mike Miller was the assistant coach and he was doing some things, why isn't he not being looked upon? They're saying he was named in the investigation, uh, but he wasn't involved in this and that. And they're looking at the head coach. And I understand that the head is responsible a lot of times of what happens under your tenure. So I am not without information and awareness on that, but at the same time, you know, people do make decisions, and people, you can't always babysit people. So let's see what happens with this, and we pray that this is not what it really is. They're fishing. It sounds like fishing. So we'll see what happens with this whole thing when it comes down to it. But again, we know that any black man in a position, especially a black man in that has played in the NBA, and now he's leading a basketball team, a lot of times they don't want black men in those positions. And any little thing that you do, you're going to be scrutinized, you're going to be looked at, and they're going to find a way to remove you so they can put who they want in that position. And it definitely probably won't be another black man. They tend to target black men that are in positions that they feel they are entitled to, and in positions where there's money to be made, and they may allow you, excuse me, to make a little money, but after a while, they got something up their sleeve to make sure that you are not in that position, and they give it back to who they think that should be in those positions. Because again, they don't value us as black people enough. And I don't want to make this about a black or white or a race thing, but it happens a lot, and we see it play out a lot. And so I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I don't see these things and try to sugarcoat stuff and talk in circles. I don't like talking in circles. I like to keep it real. And if I'm going to speak on anything that I see in the news, I want to keep it real. Now, when a person is wrong, I say they're wrong. It doesn't matter what race they are. But I'm just my question here, and I am questioning this. And maybe I don't know enough. So help me out in the comments and with your respectful comments. But I'm looking at this and I don't understand why he would be the only one that they're going to scrutinize so much, because if there was an assistant coach, they know the rules also. You can't tell me that an assistant coach don't know the rules. That's just like a manager and a supervisor. The manager knows the rules, the supervisor knows the rules. So we have to, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't know as a supervisor, it's best for you to educate yourself, to get the training, to ask for the training, and to read and to follow policies and procedures. So if you're hiring people that are raggedy and that they're not willing to learn, they don't need to be under your tenure. Just like a manager that's not willing to do the right thing shouldn't be in that position that they're in. So we really look at, or a head coach. I'm just saying, head coach, assistant coach, head coach, because we know the assistant coach looks up to the head coach, at least they're supposed to. But at the same time, the assistant coach, if they have any type of moral and integrity about them, the same as a supervisor, direct reporting to a manager, we have got to protect ourselves. And so therefore, I want to see it, the bigger picture, not just the small picture, but the bigger, broader picture. So we're hoping that this is not the case. But again, I have to also throw that in there because a lot of times they do scrutinize black people when they're in leadership positions. They scrutinize them to no end. They get more scrutiny than any other race. It happens like that over and over, so we can't lie about it, and we shouldn't talk in circles, and we should just keep it real. So if we're going to talk about any type of articles or news reporting, let's tell the truth. At the end of the day, we should be telling the truth about what we believe in a respectful manner, in a humble manner, but we still should tell the truth. because I've seen it a lot. I've been subjected to discrimination, racism, the whole thing, biasness, stereotype. I mean, a lot of stuff. So hey, I'm not angry and I'm not mad about anything that I've experienced. I've learned and I've grown from it. But what I am going to say is that you're talking about Penny Hardaway as the head coach, but you also had an assistant coach at that time. So everybody should be looked at. And so this is alleged, though. So we hoping that that he is, found, to be free of any wrongdoing, and if he did lack oversight, you know, uh, may he get the training that he needs, or whatever needs to happen if that's the case. But also Mike Miller, he and went on, but you know what, you may be on somewhere else, but you still need to be looked at as well as an assistant coach. You should not be off the hook. So you guys, go off in the comments, leave your respectful comments down there. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And then you got the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So all you basketball scholars, please, if you're listening to my channel, please leave your respectful comments below. I like to hear what you have to say on this because you may have more information than I do, and I'm sure you do, and that you know what you know. So please leave your respectful comments below. God bless you all on today. Bye.